Welcome back to the Bell Ringers podcast, where we talk all things sports,
Sports betting.
and sprinkle a little pop culture here and there. My name's Tyler Press.
And I'm Ryan McDonald. Please, as always, go subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/thebellringerspod. Subscribe, like our videos, watch our videos, comment, watch our shorts like those, share them to your friends, and then follow us on social media at bellringerspod on TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter. And then follow us on Spotify at bellringerspod.
Can't forget Spotify.
Yeah, I do sometimes. It's my bad. Even though that's where I usually listen to most of my podcasts.
Are we ever going to make an effort? Really, let me create my. I use the
Apple
podcast app.
It is. I remember I did look into it in the beginning, and it was a weird process. I can look back into it.
I think the only podcast I've ever listened to on Spotify is if the Apple podcast one is like shutting down or like it's just not working at some point.
I do find it wild that you like. Well, granted, Apple Podcast is free, but like,
I pay for Spotify and still use that.
Yeah.
Well, I like to also keep my shit separate. So
No, like I know. Yeah, that's fair. But they do have different. You know, you can click different parts.
Yeah, I guess you could, but I like to have my music on one app loaded up and my podcast on the other. That way, I don't lose my spot in a queue and can listen to a podcast.
I see that. That's a fair point.
Thank
fair
you.
point.
All right. So talk about our last week picks. I had a moment of high in week 3, and then I'm right back down the gutter with another 1-3 week.
Yeah, so I went 2-2, losing my favorite and my dog, Green Bay at Dallas. I mean, I don't think anyone expected that to end in a tie. That's just a crazy, obviously always crazy ending. Yeah, sure. Let's see the bet slip.
Yeah, I know. Sorry, I don't have that. But
it is also just like Dallas. Like you don't give the ball up, and you put 40 points up, or like you put 34 points up in regulation, and you don't get a win. That's a problem for the defense. You can't. The offense played as best as you could. Didn't give up a ball. Scored points, and you still can't get a win. That's an issue.
I'm trying to make sure I'm thinking of the right team, but I believe that Dallas has the highest scoring offense and the highest scoring defense. Like, they score the most points as an offense, and they get scored on the most by defense. So, when you have the highest scoring team on offense, and you're, what are they, 2-2?
1, 2, and 1.
Oh, correct. 1, 2, and 1. Yeah. So it's just that's a problem. And without CeeDee Lamb, they put up 40, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah. Well, Pickens was all over the place. And I think we said in our season preview that Dallas has a chance of being the quote unquote best offense, whether it's points or yards, and Dak has a chance to be the best
player of the year.
Yeah, and be like, hey, like he might throw for the most yards this year.
They're still not.
But the whole problem was your defense is going to stink.
Yeah, your team's still going to be bad though.
I saw some people when I said the teams I eliminated from the playoffs. It was like, oh, what about Dallas? It's like, you guys, if you get there, you're going to lose in the divisional round. First of all,
yeah,
if you get there, but it's like your defense is not like your offense can't keep up with giving up 30+ points a game.
Mm-hmm. I guess we can keep going with the recap. So I won. My only pick was the under, which I haven't hit yet this season. So I was happy about that at least, but I got the under by 0.5 points. I had the Lions and the Lions play the Browns.
Yep.
So Lions play the Browns. It was 44.5, and the total was 44. So I got 1, and then my favorite of the Chargers against the Giants.
Yep.
Just unreal.
Jackson Dart, just the dogs.
Jackson Dart and Cam Scatterbro. Absolutely, that's a cool duo that I wish was on another team.
Yeah, it's a backfield made of CTE.
Yeah, they're a funny duo. Like they just headbutting each other constantly. It's a funny duo.
Yeah,
but
I saw some pictures of Scatterbo after the game, and he had dirt on his jersey. It's you play
turf
on
field.
Yeah, turf field. I don't know how you got that. Must be some dirt left over from when the game came over and did the FIFA World Cup or whatever, or like the Club World Cup, whatever that was.
So that was very upsetting. I did not think the Giants would even be anywhere close with the Chargers. My dog, we both rode together, which was the Panthers, and they got embarrassed.
Yep.
Back to a bad team again. Could be the worst. So probably should have been on the list, even though we might have had a short favoritism because they did so good.
I favorited them because I had picked them in the regular season, and that's it is. We'll went 0-4, so that leaves us. So now I am currently 7-9 in total in the lead. The Wheels in second at 6-10, and then Ties in third at 5-11. So we're all within 2 games. So anyone's race still.
Yeah.
But we already touched on it. But Giants, Chargers. which is a crazy upset. But the Chargers did also lose, probably Pro Bowler, if not All Pro, left tackle Joe Alt, and they've already lost Rashawn Slater, so their offensive line just was getting eaten up by the Giants' defensive line.
And Abdul Carter had a freakish day too.
Even Dexter Lawrence, Sexy Dex, he had some plays in there.
Did he have a
He had a pick.
six?
Well, not a pick six. He almost got in the end zone, but he got stopped short, which I was happy about. I was like, yeah, get my boy Cam Scatterbo in there.
Yeah.
And then I'm pretty sure they got stuffed. And then, what was it? I think he scored, but then there was some sort of penalty that brought him back, and it was like 1st and goal from like the 15. And I was like, all right, what's going on here?
What was my other one?
But I did see someone asked, I don't know when this was, asked Jackson Dart what his celebrity crush was.
Did you say Rochelle Ryan?
No, he said
Madison
Beer.
Madison Beer. I did know that. Yeah, I did know that. I'm just so into this. I want to know if this threesome's ever going to happen with Rochelle Ryan and Scatterbro and Jackson Dart. Did you not hear about
I
this?
did not. That's why that was
Shit.
kind of shot me in the face.
That was a random fucking.
I was like, hey,
that was a horny guess. Then.
I was like, whoa.
No,
I was like, what do you do?
Rochelle Ryan appeared on a podcast and they're asked her like, "Oh, you must love Jackson Dart," and she's like, "I love Jackson Dart. Like, I want a threesome with Jackson Dart and Cam Scatter, and then the other guy, Cam Scatterbro." And they're like, "Yeah, you gotta check your DMs because that's a pretty crazy thing for a porn star to say." But sorry, that was you didn't not knowing the background information. That was a crazy guess. Holly's probably gonna cut this whole thing anyway.
That's all right. But I mean, the Giants, Jackson Dart didn't look. He didn't look. I mean, he looked good, but at the same time, he only threw for like 110 yards. And I mean, we can't say he looked bad doing that when we've said Jalen Hurts looked good doing that. He didn't need to throw the ball that much. He scrambled around a ton and did good running the ball. But I think he might need to be a little bit more protective because he's going to get hit too hard one of these times and get a concussion.
Yeah, he's really throwing his body out there, which you love to see from a rookie, but absolutely right. Can do some damage.
It's like that's what we like to see from Cam because he's a running back, so him getting super rough in the pass protections. But you don't really want to see your rookie quarterback out there doing that.
Another game, obviously, Eagles. We played the team that was supposed to be a scheduled loss in the season. Always play Tampa Bay at home. They kind of like in Tampa Bay. They always kind of had our number for the last, I think, 4 years or so. And off the rip, it looked like it was game over in the first quarter. Like we just drove on them left and right. Like
we had the block kick to begin,
block punt,
punt,
return for a touchdown, and then the offense was moving. And then second half rolls around, and we don't have a single reception. I think over 8
so
for
it's
0 yards.
Over 8 on 11 pass plays with 2 sacks and 1 Hurts scramble. Not great. I mean, granted, like if you have a lead and you just run the ball out, that's one thing. But when you try to throw the ball, you can't. It's a different story. You have Antonio Brown's cryptic Bible verse or whatever that was, song quote. You want your wide receivers to be divas, so I could care less about that. I want him to complain about not getting the ball when we win games.
I think it's the least diva thing to do to post a Bible verse too.
Well, it might have been like I can't remember, but at the same time, it was basically along the lines of like, just shrug your shoulders and walk away.
Yeah.
Some people took it a little too far. It's like I kind of want my wide receiver to be like, give me the ball.
You're supposed to want the ball. Yeah, you can't be mad about that. But Eagles, like I said, let Tampa Bay really come back in the game, and then I think our last touchdown the fake tush push.
Yeah, which is
so we had 2 crazy Dallas Goedert plays, like lined up almost like a tush push. I think one we had all 4 in like a diamond formation on the right side, and he just did a little like underhand pass to Goddard, and Goddard ran in, and then another one was like I think a play action run where he tossed it to him. Yeah,
which I'm pretty sure I called that last week. Pretty sure I said, if they got that big boy up front, this is perfect time for a fake tush push.
Yeah, and I think they did almost 3. Like 3 plays that they thought were going to be a tush push, and then they didn't do it.
Well, at one point, I think it was like early in the second half, they brought Dean Blandino in there to talk about the tush push. It's like, dude, we haven't run the play all day.
Yeah.
Can we just not do this?
Yeah.
Like, you're complaining about something we didn't even do yet.
Nope. Let's see, what are the big games were there really?
Well, the Jags upset the 49ers, and that's not necessarily the news. Well, but 49ers speaking, Brock Purdy, Ricky Pearsall, and Juwan Jennings are ruled out for this week.
No shit.
They play tomorrow for Thursday night, so they're ruled out already. But at the end of I think earlier in the week, Robert Saleh, defensive coordinator for the Niners, must have said something along the lines of, Liam Cohen is really good at legally stealing signs. And then at the end of the game, after the Jags beat him, Liam Cohen was seen, and there's a video of him walking off, And just going to quote him, keep my name out of your fucking mouth. And then Robert Salah took, I think, a little bit too much of upset to this and gave him a death threat. I'll fuck your world up. You don't want to fuck with me. I will fucking end your life. I think that's kind of a death threat. Maybe you didn't need to go that far with someone just saying, keep my name out of your mouth.
Yeah. I mean, Chris Rock didn't even slap him back. Like, you're going to say, give him a death threat.
I think that's a little far. Dude just said, keep my name out of your mouth.
Yeah, and the guy said something that's kind of messed up. Like, you're accusing him of cheating, pretty much. And, like,
we said
you
legally.
Yeah, he legally is being sneaky, and that's how he's good. And the guy goes, just keep your name out. Use a little profanity, but keep my name out of your mouth. I'll fucking end your life.
Yeah, it's like, whoa, maybe we can calm down there.
Yeah, that is a little much. But, I mean, Salah, he's a ball juice head, so
yeah,
obviously he's going to take things
if I was
to the
Salah,
next level.
If you're Salah, just me would be like, Duval.
Yeah.
Just make fun of him.
You also, like, you walk around, like, if you're Salah, like, you can pretty much kick the shit out of any other coach in the league. So, like, he probably walk around with that confidence, like, oh, I can end your life, and the guy has to walk away from that. Like, he's not going to get back in his face.
He didn't look that tough when he was coaching the Jets, though.
No, I mean, he looked tough. The team didn't.
Fair. You talk about the Ravens and them losing to Kansas City.
Yeah. Was that... I think the Ravens' defense is just atrocious now.
Yeah. Well, they also had, like, 3 injuries on defense. They lose cornerback Marlon Humphrey.
Mm-hmm.
They lose defensive lineman Nnamdi Madubuike, which he's out for the season. They lose Kyle Van Noy and Roquan Smith, as well as cornerback Nate Wiggins. I don't know yet if any of those guys are going to be well, I know Nnamdi is out for the season.
Yeah.
But the other ones, I don't know if they're going to make it back for next week.
Lamar Jackson also went down.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And Ronnie Stanley. So that's going to be a tough one. A lot of people saying they need to be added to the list. Kind of want to hold back on that, but at the same time, they are 1-3.
It's just like their division is very winnable still. I think they're still the favorite to win their division.
Yeah, I think it was like -200 or something like that.
Yeah.
It was.
So it's like
gonna hold off because I have like almost all of the spots taken up by the AFC in terms of who can't make the playoffs. So I'm just gonna,
kind of like they're gonna make it. They'll turn it around.
Even like Derrick Henry didn't even get the ball that much.
No, that's it. Like he didn't fumble this game, but it's because he just didn't rush the ball at all. Like, and it's driving me absolutely nuts because I have him on like 2 teams and like. Having like my one team, CD went down. And I was like, all right, Derrick Henry, like I need you to have a good game again since you haven't had a good team since week 1. And once again, just a nothing performance.
And if we circle back to my blind player resume from earlier in the season or before the season, Cooper Rush was the one that was picked over Dak, and Cooper Rush would now be taking over for Lamar if he's out.
Yeah.
So maybe he's not that bad.
We'll see. They got a really low total this week against the Texans, which
Texans, I picked that under this week, and yes, they did beat the Titans 26-0, but they scored 6 points in the first half. Up until the fourth quarter, they scored 6 points.
Yeah.
So Texans still staying, in playoff contention, but I think they're still a bad team.
Mm-hmm. Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, that was gross.
Season-ending injury.
Possibly career-ending.
He's got to go home to his family, that loving guy that he is.
Yeah, he's just going to get whatever of the $72 million on that he's guaranteed to. He gets all of it, but some of it's going to his ex-wife or ex-girlfriend. I don't know what they got to.
Yeah. I did see a picture that was just a bunch of pregnant nurses, and it was like the hospital that's taking care of Tyreek Hill.
He did see, I don't know if it was shock or what, adrenaline. He did seem pretty happy leaving the field.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's like, I get $72 million, I don't have to play with 2 anymore. Because he was clearly frustrated with the Dolphins this season.
Mm-hmm.
But I think we all speculated he was going to go to the Chiefs or get traded somewhere.
And now, I was going to say, you're laughing because you don't have to play for this shitty team anymore, but not many teams are going to want you after this.
Like, yeah, that's what I mean. Like it's a bad injury and he's already old.
Yeah.
But with that Jets loss, Brees Hall had a pretty good quote. It just seems like he's broken down in New York. He said, "Teams shoot themselves in the foot, then we come back and shoot ourselves in the head." Not really what you want your star running back saying.
I know. He's not doing anything for me either. Really,
he's trying his best. It's not his fault when they don't get touches.
I know. It's a rough organization.
But, yeah, along those lines, the Jets had 13 penalties for 101 yards and fumbled the ball away 3 times. And going into that game, the Dolphins had 0 takeaways.
Yeah, I think both
teams had 0 takeaways.
Both teams had 0 takeaways, yeah.
But, the Jets, you fumbled 3 times against a team that doesn't
force fumbles.
Yeah. with my teams that aren't going to make the playoffs, the Texans and the Falcons are safe because they won. I already talked about how I still think the Texans are bad, but we have new additions: the Carolina Panthers, the Cincinnati Reds. As we're saying this, they haven't played their second game yet, but I've already called it. They got beat 10-5 last night against the Dodgers, and it just didn't look close at all. You're out of the playoffs.
Isn't this technically playoffs?
Yeah, no, it is. It's a joke that it's just one game and they're done.
Oh.
By the time this clip's going to come out, they're already going to be eliminated, so it doesn't matter. But then Cardinals and the Ravens were among the most
suggested.
So I'm going to keep the Ravens off. Yeah, we'll eliminate the Cardinals.
All right.
Marvin Harrison looks like a bust. Kyler Murray can't really do much, and Jonathan Gannon is still
trash.
Yeah. Week 5, which is the first week with byes. So we have the Falcons, Bears, Packers, and Steelers on a bye this week.
Okay.
The Thursday night football matchup this week is the San Francisco 49ers playing in LA against the Rams. Rams are minus 7.5 point favorites with an over-under 44.5 points. We once again did not hit our Thursday night parlay. Jackson Smith-Njigba just did not get targeted for most of the first half. But he got within like 5 yards.
Mm-hmm.
Did hit the longest reception, though, that I said. So that hit. So if you took that, good on you.
It wasn't part of the parlay, though, right?
No, it wasn't. It was a pick that
I have a suggestion here, and I want you to not take offense to it. If we go back and look at the clips of our parlays, not saying either pick is mine or yours, because some of them are conjoined, and sometimes when we have a combined pick.
No, my picks have not done well.
I think every pick that I say on the clip has hit, and every pick that you have said. Now, some of them are the conjoined picks, so it's not on you, but it has been like every single time, like the Josh Jacobs 2 picks. This week, the only pick that I said was the Trey Benson one that hit. So if we do you want me to just say the whole clip?
Yeah, we could do it.
We gotta try something because we gotta hit one of these.
I am going to be focusing my picks
on the Rams.
Yes, and I think Puka Nacua specifically would be a good one to go after.
I like Stafford 3 passing touchdowns.
It's over under 1.5. So we could just do 2.
Yeah, we could. I mean,
you could if you want to boost it up. I don't.
Well, we'll put that one in last. So you want to do Puka what?
Let me see what his line's at. Did not. Receiving yards over under is 95.5. Ooh, what is receptions at? Yeah, we could. Which one would you feel more comfortable with?
9.5. Wait, 7.5 receptions or
95.5. So would you rather him get 96 plus receiving yards or 8 plus receptions?
Kind of want to lean. I want to go yards. 95.5.
Yeah,
that's a lot. He's averaging 125 though.
Yes.
You want to do it?
Let's do it.
All right, 95.5. Passing props, passing touchdowns. I'm confident. Let's go 3.
All right, it's plus 260.
Yeah, feeling good. And then, what is? We need a third one. Do you want to do? Our Thursday night parlay for Rams against San Francisco 49ers is we got Matt Stafford 3+ passing touchdowns. We have Puka. All right, Holly can clip it. We have Puka Nacua over 95.5 receiving yards, and we have Mac Jones under 217.5 passing yards. Combined, that is plus 1,000. The highest odds. What do you think, Gry? Put a tenner on it for 100?
Yeah, why not?
110 technically. Put 10 on, you win 110. Feeling good. The Niners are beat up. I don't think Mac Jones really has many people to throw the ball to. So
no, he's got his top 2 wide receivers out. He's got his tight end out. It might just be put McCaffrey in the Wildcat.
Yeah, I like it. Holly, don't you dare add the poopa.
Make it a clip by itself.
Yeah, poopa Nacua. All right.
Also, I'm not sure, but I think you might have said passing yards for Nacua as well, but it doesn't matter. It's fine. I think people will get the.
No, I think I said receiving yards.
I can't remember. I might have just been hearing poopa in my head.
I just couldn't get past the poopa. All right. There is some recent news in the NFL since this last week that they've announced their Super Bowl halftime performer as Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny, who, if you're not aware of him, he is a Spanish-speaking singer. Most of his songs are in Spanish. He's Puerto Rican.
Do Puerto Ricans speak Spanish?
Yeah, no, I was just getting a little more specific with the
Okay.
details.
Okay, good. Most of his songs are in Spanish. Very few English words. There's been some debate whether the question like why Bad Bunny, and some people are for it. I mean, I'm not really someone who like cares too much about the halftime show, but I think it's a pretty crazy choice.
Yeah, well, I mean, Kendrick Lamar was it last year, and I can't say I watched any of it. I know people hated on it, but I was not focused at all on it, so I don't care too much.
Wasn't focused on, but like it is nice to like be able to look up and like it's nice to like have songs you recognize, be able to look up and enjoy the performance because you recognize the songs. And
Well,
like,
I do recognize some of the songs. I hope it brings out my girl Young Miko, and I can recognize those songs.
can you sing along to them?
No.
No.
Well, some of them I kind of know. So I don't know what the words mean, but I can sing along slightly with them.
You think?
But it's just more of a bop.
I just think it's a crazy move, just because like it's the number one watch thing. I don't know if it's a game or program
Mine is probably the World Cup, but that's
in America.
yeah.
In America, it's the number one watch thing in America, and you're gonna have someone performing who doesn't speak English really well at all. Not knocking him, he's a very solid musician. Like I know he makes good music. A lot of people like him, but when it's the American Football League's biggest game of the year, and it's a halftime performance, like have him come out with somebody. Like he shouldn't be the lead performer in it, in my opinion. I think it's
That's
just
fair.
a weird move.
I do have a conspiracy theory on why it is him and not maybe who I called my shot on earlier.
Is it politics?
No, I think Taylor Swift is pregnant, and I think that's why she cannot perform in the.
I forgot that we declared.
Yep, I called my shot. I think they went to the booth and they said call overturned. I think they overturned it because she's pregnant.
Yeah, this
wh-
was a scramble move. They had to get a name out there.
So I think she might be pregnant, and they don't want her to. She doesn't want to show
Yeah,
on the stage.
it would make sense. I don't. Did we talk
It'd make
about
perfect
the
sense.
wall that was put up for her, like the pregnancy thing?
Oh, I don't know if we did, but I don't.
Yeah,
It's kind of part of it.
But yeah, there is rumors that Taylor Swift's pregnant. But
So I believe in those rumors, and I think that's why it's Bad Bunny.
I think it's a good move. That I mean, I think it's a good excuse that I think they were planning on doing Taylor Swift like we confirmed earlier, and can't do it while pregnant. So she's like, oh shit, like who can we get? The Spanish dude's still open. Like
Yeah, so we weren't wrong. It was just a material change.
yeah, we can't control who gets pregnant. So
Well, sometimes we can.
that's true. You do have a say in who gets pregnant.
Well, not everyone, but
But yes, I'm not a fan of it. It's not game breaking for me. It's not the end of the world. I just won't be watching the halftime show. Like I can like just.
well, halftime's a perfect time to look at whatever. If you have first half bets, look at those, and then
It is.
look at making new bets.
Again, like I said, it's not. I don't like look forward to the halftime show. I know a lot of people do. Not as big of football fans like the commercials and halftime show. I just like the halftime show being someone that I enjoy and can like either like
Someone you
rap
play
or sing
often.
along to and
Yeah.
enjoy yeah. So I'm not a fan of it, but good for Bad Bunny, I guess. Bad Bunny. All right. Going into week 5, right?
Yeah, we
London.
got London. We got the Minnesota Vikings staying overseas, going from Dublin to London, and they're going to face off against the Cleveland Browns. Browns are the home team, and the Vikings are 4.5-point favorites, over under 36.5 points. And I'm taking 2 picks here. I'm taking the Cleveland Browners plus 4.5. I'm going to take the under 36.5 points. Cleveland Browns putting in new quarterback Dylan Gabriel.
I also have the under on this game too. The Lunder, just because
Yeah.
it's the number 1 defense in the league. Really.
Yeah, exactly. I
And
don't think
it's
the Vikings.
Carson Wentz.
Yeah, I think they're going to eat Carson Wentz alive, and I think they're going to, have a pretty safe game plan for Dylan Gabriel for his first game. I think they're going to hand the ball off to Quinshon Judkins quite a bit, and just try and run the ball as much as they can, just cook the clock, come back over to the U.S. I think, like I said, I think this might be one of those games that Cleveland wins 13-10. I think this is how this game ends with both teams being under 20 points scored.
What I don't like though is I'm probably gonna be on a long airplane ride for this entire game and not be able to watch any of it, and I'm just not gonna be able to observe any of this game. Also, I guess it would be breaking news. We will not have an episode next week. We will still make our picks. We will post them and just I don't know if we'll get you like a video of you saying them, or we can just post a screenshot of our picks for next week. But I will be in the sunny sun of Cabo, Mexico.
Why don't we just make them right now? They got the lines out already.
Don't they only have Thursday?
It's a joke. No, we do have the lines already out.
Okay, yeah. But I'm not making it right now.
No,
I'm gonna wait.
More of a joke, but along the lines of Dylan Gabriel being the new starter. Shador Sanders obviously is not starting, but you know where he could start? Baltimore, which he elected not to go to Baltimore. Didn't want to get drafted by them and be Lamar's backup, but might be perfect time. He could have gotten a start right now.
I thought you were high on Cooper Rush.
Well, I'm not necessarily. I'm not saying I'm not. I'm just saying maybe it was a bad business decision for him not to go to Baltimore.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of teams he could have gone for. Like, he didn't want to go to Cleveland. There's a lot of teams he could have went to that, with the fact that a lot of quarterbacks have gone down, he could have had a good moment in the light. Like,
but I think it was announced that Baltimore
didn't want him. Yeah. It would have been sweet if he came in for Lamar.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I think it would have been. It would have the offense would have flowed more, smoothly.
All right. Well, since we both took the under and you took the Browns covering, I do agree with that pick. So, next game, starting the 1:00 slate, I do have the Denver Broncos at Philadelphia. Eagles are favored by 3.5, and the total is 43.5.
Yeah. Broncos, I guess, looked good against the Bengals. They smoked them, but the Bengals also are a bad football team.
Yeah, bad defense, no starting quarterback. So, not a good representation of what a team is made of. I think I can be confident the Eagles minus 3.5 here.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to keep reiterating this until our offense looks good. That extra half point's going to scare me when we play a decent team. I still believe in us winning, but, if we win by a field goal, or
3.5 sucks for that reason.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean.
Total 43.5.
I don't hate the over.
Yeah,
I think even our defense and special teams have scored them like the past 2 weeks.
I know, but we're not scoring a lot of points though, are we? Like, what did we score last week? Like 26 or? No, we won. No, we won more than that. I'm sorry.
We scored a lot in the beginning. We scored like a good 3-4 touchdowns in the first.
I know.
First
I think
half.
we might have had 26. Going into half or something like that. 31-25.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I would have cleared the over pretty well.
Yeah, that's a good point. All right, I like the over and the Eagles.
Yeah, same. All right, next up I have the Las Vegas Raiders going to Indianapolis to play the Colts. Colts are minus 7-point favorites and an over under 47.5. Raiders lost a tough one to Chicago last week after they had I think they had a kick block, and then I think Chicago went on to kick their own field goal to win the game. Just tough. I think they gave the ball up a few times. Geno Smith not playing well. He apparently is not the man who should be there or whatever. I forget what the quote was exactly. But he's like, I'm not the man that was supposed to be here.
Yeah.
And Seattle's seeming pretty happy with their decision to go with Sam Darnold over keeping Geno.
Oh, your order's different than mine. Oh, that's because I'm on a different app. Makes sense.
Silly goose.
Yeah. I checked it to see the score. So Raiders Colts, yeah.
I mean, I kind of like the Colts minus 7. It's kind of a lot for.
Yeah, but I mean,
Colts kept it close this week against a tough opponent.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think it was like, you play the Rams, are a good team. I don't think it's like, Indiana Jones is fake. Daniel Jones is a good quarterback.
I mean, they had that bullshit fumble. The dude, I can't remember the wide receiver's name, who dropped it on like the 1 yard line running a touchdown. Yeah, I probably would be leaning Colts minus 7, and I don't know, over under 47. It's a high one.
Yeah, it is. I kind of want to go with the under just because I think it is a little too high.
Yeah, I agree. All right, next up, I got New York Giants at New Orleans Saints. Saints are 1.5-point favorites, 42.5 total. The Saints are favored after everybody just watched the Giants beat the Chargers.
Saints did look surprised. I mean, they looked really good against the Bills in the first half.
Yeah. They did keep it close with the Bills. I guess both teams had good weeks last week.
Yeah. But I can't imagine that. I mean, it's 1.5, so it's basically a pick 'em.
That's why I like it.
Still kind of feel like the Giants have it.
Yeah. I like it because it's 1.5.
The Giants did lose Malik Neighbors too, though, which we forgot to mention. But I mean, that's a tough loss for the. You got a rookie quarterback. He loses easily his best target.
Yeah, but the Giants' defense, I feel like, can really mess up Spencer.
Yeah, I agree.
So I am taking the Giants plus 1.5 as my dog.
There you go.
And the total 42.5. I don't know. I like that. I might even go under on that.
I might just go under because I think Jackson Dart's going to run the ball a lot. I don't see a lot of big plays and big play potential out of the Giants this week.
But that connection of Dart and Scatterbro, I can't imagine they lose to the Saints. I think they're too hot right now.
I hope that does well, especially fantasy wise, because I go against you this week.
What? And you got Scatterboo?
Yeah.
All right, we'll see.
It's my chief dog. Well, you're,
I'm terrible.
Yeah, let's say yeah.
I'm really bad.
You want to talk about your struggles?
I'm on a historically bad fantasy year. Like, I think I have. It's just not good. It's not. I have 2 0-4 teams. I have I think one team that's maybe 2-2. I don't even think I have a 2-2 team. I think I'm really bad.
My only 0-4 team is a dynasty league, so it's not, you could just tank if we need to.
Yeah. That's true.
Next up, I got the Houston Texans as 1.5 point favorites as they visit Baltimore to play the Ravens over under 40.5 points. As we mentioned, Baltimore has a bunch of injuries,
Yeah.
including Lamar Jackson, who may or may not play this game. As much as I'm just not touching this game because if Lamar plays, he could play for a quarter and then go out,
Yeah.
or he could play for all four. If he does play and plays the whole thing, obviously I'd lean the Ravens here. But I also still think there's a chance the Ravens win without him.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't think the Texans are good, but the Ravens defense
It's so bad.
is so bad, and they've also had like 4 injuries last week.
Mm-hmm.
So this is just honestly, this is a game I'm gonna pay attention to, but I don't want to watch. It's gonna be gross.
Yeah, it could be a big week for Nico Collins, honestly, now that you think about it, how banged up the Ravens defense is. But yeah, I'm not touching this game, though. If I had to pick one, I don't know. If Lamar doesn't play, I think I'd be almost confident with the Texans, but
I'd probably go under here if I had to pick anything.
Yeah.
But the spread I don't want to touch.
no, I agree. Next up, I got Dallas at New York Jets. Dallas is favored by 2.5, and the total is 47.5. I do have a pick in this one.
Hopefully it's the over.
It's the over.
Yep. Like we said, Cowboys defense can't stop a fly.
No, and this 47.5, as much as it is high, would hit for, I think, majority of their games.
Mm-hmm.
I think us being the one game that wouldn't. But, yeah, the Jets, obviously, offense isn't great, but they still have Garrett Wilson. They have Justin Fields. They have Breece Hall. They do have playmakers that can score.
I'd say Justin Fields, honestly, other than the game he got concussed in, he's looked pretty well.
Yeah.
Like, he's not looked terrible.
Mm-hmm. And losing CD, I think it made the Pickens trade so much better because Dak just threw the shit at Pickens and he was all over the place. So I like them getting 47.5 combined there.
I'd probably be on the Cowboys here minus 2.5.
Yeah.
Basically, strictly because I think, even with me saying Justin Fields has played better, I think there's a better chance that the Jets give up the ball to the Cowboys defense, who's been bad, than the Cowboys offense giving up the ball to the Jets.
Yeah, I agree.
Up next, I got the Miami Dolphins minus 1.5 as they visit the Carolina Panthers over under 45.5 points. Not touching the Panthers anymore.
Not touching the Panthers anymore, and then the Dolphins just lost Tyreek Hill.
Yeah.
So if I had to pick one, I'd say maybe Devon Achane has a great game, so Dolphins win. And I want to say under, honestly, even though both teams can score because their defenses are bad. But, yeah, I don't know. I'd still go under 45.
The Panthers going from a 30-0 game and then losing like 42-13.
Yeah.
So it's just, it could go either way.
Yeah.
But I'd probably go over here just after the Dolphins and the Jets played, and neither team has a great offense, and they still both managed to put up 20-some points.
Yeah. All right. Next, I got Tampa Bay Bucks at Seattle Seahawks. The Seahawks are favored minus 3.5. Total is 44.5.
Yeah, this one kind of surprised me with the Bucks playing well, but Bucky Irving is possibly going to miss this game. He's been in a walking boot.
I think he's going to be
crutches.
missing. I think he's missing several weeks.
Well, I don't think they said if he's out of the boot, he might play this weekend.
I don't think he's playing, but
I would agree. I'm just
with the loss of Bucky Irving, you still think that warrants them being a dog by 3.5 though?
That's kind of where I doubt it. But Seattle's played well, but at the same time, I think the Bucks are a really good team.
Yeah.
Granted, they lost to us. They almost came back and won. But
Baker though. Like Baker
That's what I mean.
and Buka are disgusting together.
I think they're gonna find a way to score points on offense.
I think so too. I would lean the Bucks here plus 3.5 and probably the over too.
Yeah, like I said, Seattle's scored points. I don't know why they didn't target Jackson last week in the beginning of the game.
Yeah,
but he's been a dog for them the whole season, so I expect them to keep riding them.
The 1 week they don't target him, it's just us.
Yep. I got Tennessee Titans at Arizona Cardinals. Cardinals are minus 7.5 over under 42.5 points. Titans are a bad football team.
Titans are they're ass. Yeah, they're real ass. I think Cam Ward even said it. We're just ass.
I did not see that, but yeah.
And they're probably the worst team in the league. Cardinals aren't great, but they're winning games. So.
Yeah, this is just like you're home and you're playing a team that's really bad. So we'll give you 7 points.
7.5.
because of that, I might just say Tennessee, just because I think they can keep it close.
I just don't know if Cardinals can blow out a team like
That's
that.
that's more my point. I don't think they can.
Yeah.
I mean, I see
I
I
still
see this
think it'd be
maybe
Cardinals.
ending with like a 7-point win.
Yeah.
I think that extra half point really matters there.
Yeah, I think it could too. I probably would lean under too, 42.5. Even though it's
Yeah, it is kind of a low one.
but still.
I think I might go over just because of how low it is.
Okay. Detroit Lions at Cincinnati Bengals. Lions are 10.5-point favorites, and the total is 49.5.
This is my favorite. Taking Detroit minus 10.5.
I think they might.
Cincinnati got smoked by Denver, and I think Detroit's a better football team.
I think Detroit might cover 49.5 themselves too.
Yeah, exactly. I think this is a 40-10 game.
Yeah, I like it. I think it's a good call. I agree. Yeah, I was just I like 10.5, and I like the over. All right, what do you got, Kami?
Washington Commanders going to LA to play the Chargers. Over under 47.5. Jaden Daniels did practice today, so he should be back this week. Which kind of makes me like the Commanders here plus 2.5.
I was gonna say Chargers did just lose to the Giants too.
Which, I mean, they're coming off a game where they're upset and
Yeah.
they're at home.
That's why
But
I was leaning Chargers, but Jaden Daniels.
Yeah.
We haven't seen Jaden Daniels Commanders in a little while.
And I don't think Daniels' injury was all that bad. I think they went more precautionary with it.
Yeah, I agree. It's just you're getting a quarterback off injury,
Yeah.
but a team off of a bad loss, like a really good team
Yeah.
off of a bad loss.
And it's more just like if Joel misses the game, definitely Commanders. It's just what the Giants, which I know they have a really good defensive line, if not the best in the league,
Yeah,
what they were able to do against that LA offensive line,
Joel.
just
yeah.
they were just eating them up. And I mean, I think Justin Herbert's been hit like 26, like it was either 26 or 46 times so far in the past. Like,
Yeah, but do the Commanders have a good D line? Like
not great,
they're
but
old as
it's
shit.
just like if your offensive line's that,
Depleted.
if it's just Swiss cheese, it doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
It's true. I'm kind of leaning Chargers in this, even though because it's 2.5. I think the Chargers can win this game. But total 47. I don't know. Daniels coming back makes me like the over, but I don't know.
Probably go under. It's just a high one.
Yeah, it's just too high for me, I think. All right, I got New England Patriots at Buffalo Bills. Bills are 8.5-point favorites. Total 49.5.
This is my over. I'm taking 49.5.
Okay.
So a lot of people got upset with me with taking the the New England Patriots out of playoff contention. They are doing well. They maybe overlooked the schedule left. They do have an easy schedule, but at the same time, I think they're going to run into some struggles with a sophomore quarterback
Yeah.
and a defense that I don't think is fully that great.
This is the night game too.
Yeah, I think they've played well against bad teams. I think they're going to be able to score some points here because even the Saints were able to score points on the Bills last week. So I think the over is going to hit pretty easily because I think the Bills. I think this might be a game where it's like 35 to 16 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the Bills cover and that over hits.
Okay. I don't hate it. I like the Bills covering over. Yeah, I mean, only thing I'm scared with the Bills is they have had games where they play like not as serious of an opponent and they kind of play down to them. And
That's a good point.
I'm afraid that you're gonna get a 20-16 win or something like that, like a closer.
Maybe we have
game.
when they played the Dolphins and it was 21-21 and then I think they put it up to 28.
Yeah.
That wouldn't get me the over. Maybe they're just a little bit higher than that. Maybe it's an extra
maybe
field.
22, 28. Yeah. All right, Monday night.
Monday night, I got Kansas City going to Jacksonville. Kansas City's minus 3.5-point favorites. Over under 46.5 points.
And this is my final pick.
Kind of surprised that the Jags are within 3.5 points.
That is why I'm taking the Chiefs minus 3.5.
That's a good
It's
pick.
your Chiefs coming off of now. Do you credit injuries to the other team? But like their defense is fierce, and
I don't
the
think
Chiefs kinda
it
got their
mattered.
mojo
I think
back.
the Chiefs offense looked really good. At least
Yeah.
a lot better than it has been. I mean, getting Worthy back is a huge help.
Yeah,
And I think they're only going to build on top of that. I don't think they're going to regress. I mean, they're going to build on top of that, and then Rasheed Rice are going to come back, and I think
Yeah.
they're going to be beating teams down.
and I
again.
think they realize that they put themselves in a bit of a hole, and they're gonna have to really turn it
Yeah.
on for the rest of the season. So I think this is a huge obviously they played great against the Ravens, but going off of a big win against the Ravens, then you're getting a pretty mid team like the
Yeah.
Jaguars. I think they're really gonna go off.
the Jags do have a better defense this year than I think the Ravens do, or at
Mhm.
least they've played better so far. But I still just think they're going to,
They're
go
gonna
their
get
way with
whooped.
them. Yeah.
All right, go back on. You want to spin the wheel?
Yeah, we can spin the wheel. All right, and then I got to move it over. I was going to say, let's block it.
See, isn't this cool? I'm looking at the wheel.
All right, Will's first pick. It's going to be its favorite. Detroit. Oh, so it's going with me. There you go.
There you go. Detroit minus 10.5.
Yes, sir. Might have accidentally put the Thursday game in here, so if it doesn't pick that. Wait, that was last week. All right. Something is.
Spaghetti.
Why? Okay. All right. We will. I'm gonna look at this, and then we might have to just. We got the first pick. All right. Yeah, those are the only two ones I messed up.
All right, so Lions was against Bengals.
Yes.
Okay, so we're good. Lions minus 10.5 is the favorite.
Its dog is gonna be Las Vegas +7 at Indianapolis.
Ooh, we both didn't agree with that either.
No. All right, over. What's it gonna be? New England Buffalo. So, it's going with me with 2 picks. Maybe this is the time. Instead of going against me, it goes with me. That could be good or bad. It did go 0-4 last week.
Did go 0-4. Not a great sign.
But it's got to come
it's
back.
It's got to come back.
It's got to come back to even. Oh, and it's going Kansas City, Jacksonville for the under.
Okay, Monday night under 46.5.
All right, to recap our NFL Week 5 picks, my favorite is going to be the Detroit Lions minus 10.5 at Cincinnati. My dog is the Cleveland Browns plus 4.5 at home against the Vikings in London. My over is over 49.5 in New England Patriots at Buffalo Bills. And my under is the Lunder Cleveland Browns against Minnesota Vikings under 36.5 points.
All right. My favorite, I have the Kansas City Chiefs minus 3.5 on Monday night against the Jaguars. I have my dog is the New York Giants plus 1.5 against the Saints. My over is going to be Cowboys and Jets over 47.5. And my under is going to be the Lunder with Ryan under 36.5 Vikings Browns.
The Wheels picks, it also has Detroit minus 10.5 at Cincinnati. It's got the Raiders +7 at Indianapolis. It's got the over 49.5 New England at Buffalo game with me, and it has under 46.5 points in Kansas City, Jacksonville.
All right.
Picks for Week 5 done. Hopefully this week, all 3 of us do better this week.
Yeah.
No one's going against each other.
Ryan and the Wheel are just buddies.
Yeah, it's went against me I think twice now. So hopefully now it's it's on my side. We can do well together.
Or just bring you down with it.
Yeah, I hope not. We'll see.
All right.
That would be the week that the 2 ones it's with me are both losses. But
like we touched on before, it is baseball playoffs, baby. Phillies locked down the 2 seed, so they got the bye behind the Brewers with the 1 seed. And who's the AL?
Toronto is the 1 seed in the AL, and the Seattle Mariners are the 2 seed.
Yep.
The Cleveland Guardians snuck by the Detroit Tigers at the end of the season, finishing off. Well, so the Detroit lost their division despite being 15.5 games ahead in July, and that's the largest blown division lead in MLB history.
Whoa!
Just terrible.
Shouts out to the Guardians.
But Detroit did win the first game yesterday, and I'm going to look to see what they did today. But then we have Boston and New York in the other series in the AL. Let me get the scores because they were tied last I checked, and the game should be over now. Ooh, the Guardians won 6-1, so they tied at 1-1, and it'll go staying in Cleveland for tomorrow. And then the other one, the Padres tie up their series 1-1 with a 3-0 win today
against the
Cubs. Yep.
Yes. And then the other series is Cincinnati Reds against the Los Angeles Rams. Reds beating out the Mets.
Los Angeles Dodgers. You said
L.A. Rams. Yeah, L.A. Dodgers. My apologies. We're a football podcast.
Which, yesterday the game scores were 2-1, 3-1, 2-1, 10-5.
Yeah.
You had 3 pitching battles back to back to back, and then the late night game was just
Dodgers.
Shohei started first at bat, homer, had another at bat later in the game with another home run, 3-run home run. I think at that point it went to 8-0, and I was like, I'm gonna go to bed.
Yeah.
I was excited to watch the game, and then I was no longer excited to watch more of the game.
All right. It appears you got our preseason baseball picks on here.
So we each picked 4 teams before the season started. Did a little draft. We were not allowed to pick the Phillies, so that is why you will not hear them.
Mm-hmm.
Despite that, neither one of us picked a 1 or 2 seed.
Wow, that's bad. I was just looking like, damn, no one picked the Brewers or anything, but
nope.
Okay, so looks like I have in the playoffs currently Yankees and
Cubs.
Yankees and the Cubs, yeah.
I do have all 4 of my teams are playoff teams. I have the Dodgers, Padres, Red Sox, and Tigers. But like we said, neither one of us has a 1 or 2 seed, so
We'll see.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed. Obviously, we're only hoping for the Phillies to make it out of that.
Yeah. I mean, I do love getting a Yankees-Red Sox. I mean, granted, I would like the series to be longer than 3 games just in one city.
Oh, one of us is going to get knocked out in that one at least.
Yeah, but I would like that. I'm not saying like our picks matter anymore,
No,
but like I would like to see a Yankees-Red Sox series be a 7-game series.
that's true. Good point.
Even I mean, like you have Guardians Tigers. It's still a divisional matchup. It would be kind of cool to see that one go longer. And we have a potential for another one if the Cubs are able to beat the Padres. They will go off against division rival Milwaukee Brewers.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Mets missed the playoffs. That was a big.
Yeah.
They
After all the money they spent.
spent the most money.
Most money.
You can't even make a wild card.
Disappointing team. Franchise. Sad.
Yeah.
All right. I see your first college football thing on here, and
Yep.
I do have a story of that game, which was, you're not gonna like it, but my one buddy Adriano, he was showing me when I was out for his birthday how well he's been doing sports betting.
Well, I saw he made some picks
for college football. Yeah. So I was like, all right, well, he added me to Discord and made all the picks, and I told him like, yo, dude, I'm on a pretty historically bad betting, so you might not want to give me. He's like, nah, we're hot, hop on. We went 0-7 with all our picks. It was I texted him and I'm like, yo, dude, take me off the Discord. I'm sorry for losing your money. He's like, no, we're straight. But it was frustrating because obviously the Penn State game ended it. I would prefer Penn State to win over Oregon, but out of all the parlays, I had 2 remaining by the end game, which was I had a leg on both parlays. I had a leg on Penn State and Alabama and Georgia. Out of like the 7 picks that we made, I had all the 5 of the parlays had Penn State winning or covering, and the only 2 that I had Oregon were the only 2 that were remaining, and I had to silently at a bar root against Penn State, and it didn't even matter because I think
Would you have Georgia? Because Georgia lost.
Yeah, I think the one that I had was Georgia, and it ended up not cashing out.
Which I mean, we had number 3 seed, number 4 seed, number 5 seed all lose this week with Penn State, LSU, and Georgia. Tough whiteout. I mean, at least we came back, made it to overtime. It's just Drew Allers. He's not a good quarterback. I'm willing to admit it now. Finally, it might have taken 3 years. He's not a good quarterback. He gets scared. He gets panicked in the pocket. We got good recruiting classes though going forward, and we still have a chance. Definitely have a chance to make the playoffs. We play Indiana and Ohio State. If we win one of those, we're probably gonna be in the playoffs. But if we lose against Indiana, I'm gonna be upset.
Yeah,
really upset. It's gonna be sad. Old Miss did, like I said, upset LSU, and as I mentioned, Landry Kiffin, old Lane Kiffin's daughter, is dating a linebacker on LSU, Will Meeks, I think is his name.
Mm-hmm.
Threw up during the game.
No way.
I wonder if maybe she got him a little sick. I don't know what.
Ooh, all right. I'm back on the.
I think she did. She made a long drive to surprise him, and that was when they announced their togetherness. So I wonder maybe she put a little
tampering.
Yeah.
I'm back on the side of the Ole Miss family then. That's
so
fucking
maybe
awesome.
It's an inside woman.
Yeah. This is a hit piece.
Yeah, and then as we mentioned, Alabama upset Georgia. I think other than the national title game where Kirby Smart beat Alabama, he has lost to them every single time. He's got a little bit of he can't beat his old team that he used to coach under Nick Saban with. And then there was Virginia upset Florida State, and they rushed the field, possibly murdered a player on Florida State. They just trampled right over him, which I thought was a little
much.
It was like I've rushed the field. I love it. It's a good thing, but you can maybe wait like 2 seconds before the game, like the ball hit the ground or whatever, like it was over, and then immediately people are on the field. It's like maybe give them a second to stand up.
Yeah. All right. I see your next post, and I'm not happy about it. I did watch a lot of it, which is the Ryder Cup, USA versus Europe, and it was off to a bad start and.
Historically bad start.
Yeah, didn't really. I only watched pretty much Friday and Saturday, and I was just like, what am I even watching at this point? That's just not enjoyable at all.
It had been about 15 years since one of the sides has won the cup away from home. We haven't won it in Europe in a bunch of years. They haven't won it in the U.S. in a bunch of years.
Mm-hmm.
But U.S. fielded a pretty bad team. It's just not a lot of new guys, which I get. You want to get them involved, but. I don't know. J.J. Spawn's done well this season, but at the same time, I didn't think he was going to do that well. Harris English stunk. It was all around bad.
Scotty didn't even play good.
Scotty Scheffler, best player in the world, couldn't do anything to help us.
No,
he just doesn't have that dog in him for this stuff.
Sucks.
Like a lot of the U.S. guys, I don't think care about it nearly as much as the Europe guys. Bryson DeChambeau definitely does. He's the one that I think actually
Bryson
does.
was heated.
He cares about it a lot, which I've come around on Bryson. I didn't like him for a while. Now I do. I've switched sides on him because I think he's been more of an actual person rather than just being a robot.
Mm-hmm.
And even like Patrick Reed is the only player I think in golf that I actually don't like and root against him just for the point of rooting against him. But he is a dude that when he goes to these events, kicks ass and really cares. So. I mean, he's not been playing well, so it's not like you're going to put him in, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe we could have made some different captain decisions. I mean, even Keegan Bradley as a captain should have picked himself to play.
Right.
Could have done that, decided to go with someone else. Bad decision.
A lot of drama behind the Cup, too.
Yeah, Hovland got injured, and there is a thing where before the week starts, both captains write down on a piece of paper and put that in an envelope the player they believe in the least. If it comes to happen that someone gets injured, cannot play, that the other team opens their envelope, whatever name that is, that person does not have to play the singles match, and they just mark it as a tie.
Mm-hmm. It's got to suck hearing your name called.
Yeah, definitely not. Yeah.
But I feel like you might know.
Yeah, I have to imagine, and the only thing that kind of does suck is like you have to write the name down before the weekend starts.
So that dude could be balling out in the Ryder Cup.
And then just you get pushed out.
See, that's stupid. It should be it should be the person playing the worst.
Yes, I kind of agree. But even a lot of people were upset, like, if he's injured, we should just get the full point. Granted, thankfully, it didn't matter because if it did, then it would have been more outrageous.
Yeah.
But it's like these are the rules set. Every team's agreed on it, so it's kind of too late now to you'd have to change it now. You can't just change it in the middle of the weekend.
Right.
Rory was started out the weekend having fun with the fans. Someone made a joke where he's like, "Oh, you don't need that top button to choke."
I saw that.
He liked that, had fun with it, but then I think some people started to go a little bit too far, as I think a lot of the Europeans say the Americans go a little too far sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they're fine with it as long as you don't say like slurs and stuff like that, which I saw someone did call Rory a slur, which he got that person kicked out. It's whatever. But just if once they get over the ball, stop talking.
Yeah.
That's just common golf etiquette. Like if there's over the ball, don't say anything. Say what you want before that. Say what you want about Britain, Ireland, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Just once they get over the ball,
that's just
stop.
That's a code of golf.
Yeah, we had Rory saying "fuck you" to the fans, flipping them off.
His wife got hit with a drink too.
Yeah,
right?
which that I thought was fucked up. It did look like someone was holding a cup. It looked like the cup might have been kind of empty, but either way, it's still bad. And then it looked like purposely smacked the cup towards her, which is just like one of the things I hate the most is people throwing stuff at sporting events.
Yeah,
it's like that's not needed.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I agree. Oh, you got some WNBA news?
But there was a WNBA player that I think spoke to the commissioner and came out with a quote. Vice President of the Players Union. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. And I think she went and spoke with the commissioner, who is Kathy Engelbert.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently the commissioner said, quote, Caitlin Clark should be grateful. She makes $16 million off the court because without the platform the WNBA gives her, she wouldn't be making anything. She got her Nike sponsorship before she was in the WNBA. So I don't think that's true.
And how much money has Caitlin Clark made the WNBA?
Yeah, and the big three has already said they would want Caitlin Clark, so I think she'd honestly probably make more money by going there.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's
just like you don't want your commissioner talking down about the players at all.
The star player.
Yeah.
I mean, I think WNBA is constantly shooting themselves in the foot with publicity and it's a lot of drama behind the league. Not saying that because it's women, it's just they're not treating it like sports is supposed to be treated.
No,
making comments like that's ridiculous.
But yeah, I think there's NBA Media Day happened, so there was a lot of the Clippers coaches were wearing weird shirts. It was like fuck, and then it was an acronym, and the C had 3 words on it. It's like that's a sentence. That's not really how acronyms work.
Yeah.
And there's still more stuff going on with Kawhi's deal, and I did see I think like the $19 million like sponsorship deal was the difference in like what the Rockets were able to offer him and what the Clippers were. So it's like, oh, you made up the difference that the Rockets were going to give him by giving him money outside the cap, which shouldn't be allowed, but whatever. Well, it's not really allowed, but they got caught. That's really all I got for the WNBA and NBA.
Yeah.
Do you want to hit the other point, or we?
I don't know. I'm looking at it right now. Yeah, I mean, so EA sells. and EA sold the PIF, and
The EA, they got sold to the PIF.
oh, I'm sorry, EA
Private Investment Fund, which is a Saudi group.
Oh, Jesus Christ. This is a great point to make that. And a firm managed by Donald Trump's son-in-law, Jared Kushner, for $55 billion. The PIF had already owned 9.9% of the company through shares, but will now be taking the company private, and all shareholders will be paid out $210 per share. PIF is also a minority investor of Nintendo.
Yeah, so I mean they're the ones that run the Live Golf Tour.
Right.
So I mean I don't really care about this. There's nothing affecting me. I just hope they make EA stop doing microtransactions. Because those have ruined gaming a lot. I mean, it just gets annoying when it's like, hey, buy this skin or buy this upgrade for your character for $5. It's like, can I just like unlock it?
I know. I mean, I understand. Like I said, just a quick rant about games because my favorite game has gotten so bad with this now, which is Apex Legends. Like,
Which is an EA game.
I know it's an EA game. Yeah, that's why I wanted to bring it up. Like, I'm all for like having different currencies in the game that all can be achieved in game, and like some of them should be harder to achieve than others. Like make some quick to get and you can buy little stuff with it, and make some you have to earn and then you can spend stuff on that and get the good stuff. But like Apex has done this, which is driving me nuts, is like they do the battle pass, which you get all these, you can get the tokens for, and every year every season I'll buy the battle pass with tokens I built up, and throughout the battle pass you get enough tokens to get the next season, and you can just do it and just play it fine. And now they have 3 tiers of the battle pass now, which you can only get tokens for the bottom tier. Every other tier is only cash, and it's like there's just so much more stuff. Like I'm getting a third of the battle pass now unless I spend $30 every season, which the season's like 2 months, 3 months.
And that's kind of the annoying thing. It's like I understand sometimes like giving people like where like you can have like you can put in money and like kind of speed up your process. Like in 2K you could buy VC, but like if you were willing to play, you could. I mean, granted that got a little out of hand, but like, if you want to, you could just play and get the VC and then upgrade your guy.
Yeah.
I mean, the one I hate the most is Ultimate Team. I stopped playing Ultimate Team because unless you're spending $100 a week, you could not have a good Ultimate Team.
Yeah, and that's the thing.
You just have to open a bunch of packs.
When it's pay to play, like Apex is it's skins and stuff. It's not going to change your ability in the game. When it's like you're getting higher value players and the strength of your team grows by how much you spend, it's like what are we even doing anymore? Like it's just an investment to what are you getting in return? You're dropping so much money to make a good team.
Even Call of Duty, I forget. I think it was like Advanced Warfare was one of those ones. Like you could buy like
the best gun or something.
You could buy cases and get guns, and it was like, oh, this one's a variant, and it automatically comes with like these things, and this is part better. It's like you're literally making it so like if I just get, I mean, granted you could get them for free, but you had to get extremely lucky. Where obviously you give yourself a better chance if you buy like 40 of the packs.
Yeah.
When it's just skins related, I don't care as much because I could just play without them. But the other thing in gaming news, Xbox did up the price of their Game Pass Ultimate tier, which they also have 3 tiers, from $20 to $30. So now if you want to pay every month, it's $360 a year. That's almost the price of like a PS5. It's like, what are we doing?
Yep, it's crazy. It's tough to play video games anymore. That's why I'm cheap with it.
Yeah, I was actually thinking about getting the Game Pass for $20, and now I'm like, I'm not going to do that.
No, not anymore. All right. Well, again, we will not have a episode next week. We will still make our picks, but I guess we'll just try to just post like news and stuff as we go, just because we're gonna be an off week. But good luck in your picks this week. Hopefully, we have a better week with ours, and ride with us for that parlay. It's one of our highest odds for Thursday night. And thank you guys. We'll see you next week.
Go Phils. Red October. See ya.